Life has been lifing, everything's been stressful. I just wanted to take time out to decompress. So I was like, hey, I think that I should just do a piece where I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just going with the flow. So first I started out with regular pencil. I believe it was 2B graphite. Um, 2B. Not like the platform where you get those terrible movies. Anyway, um, so started out with pencil, did some squiggles. I don't know, for some reason when I finished with the pencil, to me it looked like broken glass. Like if I dropped a mirror and there were just broken pieces of glass, but they stayed in the frame and they didn't come out. I mean, somebody could use that as a metaphor or an analogy for how life is, but it makes sense because today's episode video is about imperfection and perfectionism. Battling the urge to make sure everything is perfect is quite challenging. So, this is something that I always have to remind myself, something that I've thought about a lot, very deeply. So, letting go of perfection and productivity. Let yourself be. Let things be imperfect. And sometimes authenticity isn't pretty. I got so used to being overworked and living in stress that any absence of it, or a smaller amount of it, left me feeling like I didn't know what to do with myself. Um, if you can relate, you know exactly what it feels like. Nothing and no one will actually be perfect ever. Hanging on to perfection and forcing yourself to be productive, even at times where you feel unwell or drained or burnt out, is the opposite of making progress. Letting perfection get in the way of meeting deadlines or even allowing it to lead to never completing tasks or projects out of fear that it won't be good enough is a very sad and unfortunate way to operate. It's painful, quite painful. It will take small or even big steps over time, but I already know it would be so freeing. And I know this because this is something I've worked on and somewhat struggled with. I know I know this through the growth that I've done in other areas and how overcoming other challenges, obstacles in my life have helped me live more freely, somewhat more comfortably. I got this far through trial and error, my stubbornness and determination, and an eagerness to learn about myself, the world around me, and seeking improvement, which may or may not contribute to my perfectionism, but that's neither here nor there. And when I say improvement, I don't mean perfection. Improvement and perfection aren't synonyms. Most times, improvement is more than fine. To be imperfect is to simply be human. Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting. Right here is where I wanted to set myself up for possible transition. I was just trying things, but what I failed to realize is that in time lapse, it wasn't going to look the same, and it looks like I'm in slow-mo, actually. So that's fun. But anyway, this is where we've gotten. I tried to keep some type of evenness with the colors, tried to space them out somewhat, and then I just wound up throwing orange in there, and I like orange in this piece. That sounded strange. Like I don't know why I worded it like that, but I like the orange in this piece. Part of me wishes there was orange on the other side of the piece, like maybe like directly across from it, like in the top left hand corner. But we are talking about perfectionism today. We're talking about things being imperfect, because that is life. Life is imperfect. Life doesn't always make sense. Life doesn't always go how we want. And we just gotta learn how to roll with the punches. Otherwise, we'll just wind up probably stressed and depressed. And we don't want that, right? No, 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 no. Ooh, that lined up perfectly well. Let's see if it stays lined up um after I edit. So here's where I go back and outline, since when I was coloring in the borders of the colors kind of looked a little I don't know, murky. I don't, because the pencil, so the regular graphite got mixed in with the colored pencils when I was coloring, and I didn't like how it looked. So I was like, oh, I can just go back and clean it up by outlining each, I don't know what to call it, section, each section with a similar paint marker. Now, I'm not that accustomed to paint markers. Oop, at this moment, she knew she messed up. Oh my gosh. Ah! Like, no, because it must have like touched the edge of my hand. Not must have, I know it did, because once I looked, I saw the green on my hand. And I'm like, boy, if you don't, I'm so annoyed. So good thing I already planned on talking about perfectionism soon. It was either going to be this video or the next. And guess what? Perfect timing, because there's a mishap and I was not happy about it. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, how can I make this fit into the piece? And well, after I tried to see if I could fade it away with my sticky eraser, and that did not work. That did not work. So I was like, let me just go on, keep outlining, and we'll come back to it. Focus on one thing at a time. Especially because the whole point of me working on this piece was to help me de-stress from all the other things that are going on in life right now that have been stressing me out. So here I go. Yep, make it look intentional. That is life.